All right, without further ado, here's Sam Levitt at the Padres Auditorium at Petco Park with a special guest.
All right, guys, thanks. We are live here at Petco Park, and right now I'm joined by Jackson Merrill. Outstanding job at the press conference, Jackson. Congratulations to you, your family. I'm so incredibly happy for you and incredibly happy that I'll get to watch you here in San Diego for years to come. I know you don't love to make things about yourself. You're all about the team. Is today, you can be honest, a little tough for you to make it about yourself for once?
It's pretty easy to just kind of be myself again. You know, I'm not really too concerned with myself. And in my mind, we got a ball game to win today. It has nothing to do with me or the contract. We got a ball game to win. We gotta get that record to 7-0.
Yeah, we'll see if you can get it to 7-0. Hopefully you can. When you think about kind of how you feel deep down on a day like today, what are those emotions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just calm. You know, I'm excited for what's going to happen, the future of this organization, but I'm also happy to just be here with my boys again and play baseball today. You know, I think if today was an off day, I'd kind of feel something more, but
yeah,
my mind is so wired about winning and playing baseball that I'm so focused on this game today. That's all I want.
Jackson, it's really an incredible journey when we think about where you were 13 and a half months ago, battling for a spot on an opening day roster, learning a brand new position. People, I'm sure, kind of wondering what they could expect from you as a 20-year-old entering the major leagues with relatively limited upper-level minor league experience. You've answered every question. You've answered every thought that anybody could have had about you, and today certainly proves it. How has your life changed in the past year or so?
I think it's just gotten a little more difficult to go out in public and enjoy my time with my family and friends and loved ones, girlfriend. I think it's not like difficult. I don't hate it. It's just like sometimes you like to go to dinner and just have your own little, you know, your little thing. So sometimes it gets a little much. But other than that, you know, that's part of it. You go out in public. It's part of your representation now. You got to kind of just wear it with pride. You know, I love it. I love every bit of attention that I get from the fans. It's awesome to see the support up and down the city.
You mentioned the word pride, and it's so clear from the press conference that you never envisioned yourself anywhere else other than San Diego. How proud are you to be a Padre in particular?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. I want to bring that first championship here. That's my goal, you know, and for me, it was like I don't need infinite amount of money here. I just want to play for a long time, play in a place I love, play with boys that I love, you know, and also give the organization an opportunity to build around. You know, I think as time goes on, as I get older and people start to get pushed out of the game a little bit, you know, I'm obviously younger than a lot of the guys on contracts here, so we're going to have to start making a little bit more contracts to other people. But, you know, I want that opportunity for other people in the league to come here and put on the San Diego jersey and represent us like I have.
Speaking of the contract, it does obviously come with significant financial guarantees. I've got to know your parents, Josh, Jenny, a bit over the past year, seeing at the ballpark. What does today mean to not just you, but your family as a whole?
I mean, I wish they could be here so I could see their faces, but I know how proud they are. It's a Wednesday, though, so they're obviously in school right now teaching. But, yeah, I'm just so thankful for them. They've put everything on the line for me. They took so much time out of their lives, their 30s and 40s, to take me to baseball games, to drive me into North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, everywhere to play baseball. And, you know, I couldn't be here without them. So I'm super appreciative of them. Appreciative of my brother, too. You know, he's gotten me here. He's been tough on me, never let me win a video game when I was young. You know, he built that adversity when I was a little kid. You know, I was used to losing sometimes, so it doesn't really affect me that much. I hate losing, but don't get me wrong, you can't put your head down and let it sink with you. And then my girlfriend too, you know, she's been a big piece of my life. You know, I think coming up, being in the big leagues as a 21-year-old, and, you know, everybody else is kind of 30 years old.
Yeah.
You don't have those off the field friends like you do in the minors. You know, you go home, you got roommates in the minors, you hang out with them all the time. But for her, she's been here every step of the way. She's been here to support me. She's wanted to be here too. She loves the West Coast. Like, this is where she belongs. So it just felt right for everybody in my life.
That's wonderful. We have to thank your brother for beating you in the video games. That way you got here, and now we see the player you are. You could have, if you had elected to, been a free agent in your mid-20s. We saw the contracts that were handed out this year, massive numbers. Why were you okay with the idea of foregoing that and committing here?
You know, for me, money has never been an issue. Even in the draft, you know, I wanted to go to the Padres because it was the Padres. You know, I had trust in them already, and I had obviously other opportunities to go other places and take higher amounts of money. But to me, that wasn't what was important. You know, what was important is coming here and proving to San Diego I'm loyal to them. Don't get me wrong, $700 million is like, wow. You know, it's a crazy number.
Yeah.
But at the same time, so is 135. Like, there's, in my mind, you're set for life. Your family's set for life. Your family's family is set for life. So it's just kind of huge for me in the future, my family, and how they'll be treated.
We're joined by Jackson Merrill after he signs a 9-year contract extension with the San Diego Padres here at Petco Park. Sam Levitt with you on 97.3 The Fan. What do you envision your legacy one day? It's a long way away. Your career is going to go on a long time. But what do you envision your legacy being as a San Diego Padre?
Yeah, I think I've become really good friends with Wyatt Hoffman, Trevor Hoffman's third son, over the time in the minors. And, we've gotten closer and closer and closer. And I've gotten closer with his dad, with Trevor, a lot. Obviously, he's a Hall of Famer, in my opinion, the best closer of all time. You put him in San Diego, you put him in New York, it's a totally different story with how everybody represents him. But he's the man, dude. I want to be like him. I think I've looked up to him secretly. I haven't said it or anything. I haven't given him too much credit because, I can't do that. I got to keep him humble. But no, but I love Trev and everything that he does for the city. And I just kind of look up to him. He does the bike rides for the research. He does everything. So I want to be like that, be in the community, but also be the best player I can be for San Diego.
You've mentioned that a few times, the community. How important is that to you to not just be a baseball player, but be a member of the San Diego community?
Yeah, you see the community at our games. It's 45,000 every night. You saw the playoffs last year. It can eat teams alive and spit them out. But they're doing that because they love us. So in my mind, there's no reason for us not to love them. I know it's hard to love everybody. It's hard to autograph everybody's ball, but at the same time, I'm there to do it and do as much as I can because I appreciate them just as much as they appreciate us.
Jackson, appreciate the time. Again, congratulations to you and your family. It's been so much fun to watch you grow here the last year and kind of go from opening day where you were making your debut in Korea, coming back to Petco Park, and now I walk around this place and I see number 3 jerseys all over the place. So it's pretty cool to see. Congratulations, and thanks so much for the time. Now, I know you got to go get locked in for this game, so enjoy.
Thank you, Sammy.
All right, that's Jackson Merrill joining us here on 97.3 The Fan. Great stuff from Jackson Merrill.